Hi, welcome to Creative Emotions. Welcome. Where you're going to get this motivation, encouragement, inspiration, information, this transparency, and you're going to get these good vibes, period. Thank you guys for watching. We have a special guest in the building, Mr. Randy, and give it up for Chef Wilson.
That's right, that's right.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, we about to cook it up tonight. Actually, we already started. You guys have no idea what happens before we go on air.
Oh, my
We already started with some appetizers. So, we about to bring
Laughs, that is.
Yes, yes.
Laughs. Listen, this is a live show. You can call in at 1-248-854-8950. Again, this is a live show. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. I see you joining right there on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. This is, really good information. It always comes from a good place when it's coming from, people with good vibes. So
Absolutely.
I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight as well.
Hey, Q, let them know to click on that live chat because we want to hear from them on YouTube.
Click on the live chat right there if you're not comfortable with calling in. You can click that live chat, and then you can kick it with us. I read the comments. I definitely look at them. So you in there. You in there. Randy, did you say hey?
Yeah, I said, hey, how everybody doing?
Oh, don't be scared now.
Don't be scared now.
So listen, I want you guys to take a deep breath. Take another one. One more. I want to encourage mindfulness and being present. If you notice, the first one was a little rushed.
Yes.
The second one was like, okay, calm down. The third one, like, okay, now we know what to do. And so I want to just encourage you guys to do the same thing. Take a stop, take a breath, relax, be in the moment, and be mindful. That's for you guys watching right now. Again, thank you. Shout out to everybody who's watching on YouTube. You can put in the live chat and just let me know that you're watching. You can make comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. So while we shaking and moving in society and things are flying by, loved ones are leaving this earth, you got jobs, you got drama, you got goals, you got children, you have partners, the list goes on and on and on. In this moment, I really want you to take a breath. Just breathe. It is so much going on. People are being overly stimulated with so much social media, so much, validation from others, so many different things. And I want you guys, just to take that moment and really think about where you are and where it is that you want to be. Today's show is Fresh Start. So when you think about a fresh start, what comes to mind? A fresh start is an opportunity to start over again without judgment, ties, or baggage. It's a clean slate. I don't care what it is. It can be from literally anything. This is not a New Year's resolution. You can literally start fresh anytime. And now is the right time. Now is the only time that we have. And so I'm encouraging you, if you're watching this show, Fresh Start is just that. Starting fresh right where you are. Right now, right where you are, whether it's a new home, a relationship, you're starting or ending it, a new occupation, doing something out of the norm of your routine, all of these things, it constitutes a fresh start. So don't make it deep. It ain't that deep. You don't have to let everybody know. You can just say it and do it. A lot of people like, Rome ain't starting today and all that kind of stuff. Listen, you can make a decision today, a decision that will literally change your life. You don't have to be coerced. You don't have to be, pushed and prod. Because if you had to be made to do a thing, then you wouldn't have a choice. But right now you have a choice. We all have choices. So we have to be mindful of that.
Absolutely.
We definitely have to be mindful. Just being, present in the moment and being aware. And so my two guests, I want to talk about this thing. Like, what does this look like? I did write down a quote. It's from the Chinese Proverbs. It say the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Because what we going to do? That's it. You can't go back. And really all we have is now. So that fresh start, is important.
And I agree with you. You said something a couple minutes ago. Don't talk about it. people will see you moving differently, right? And that's going to speak in volumes. So when I think about a fresh start, I was writing something earlier, and a fresh start for me is all about persevering, picking up the pieces that are salvageable and moving forward, right? Leaving behind bad decisions, hurts, okay, and mistakes. So moving forward is, to me, and perseverance is just when I think of a fresh start, courage, right? Because it takes a lot of courage to do a fresh start, right?
For sure.
So, and I'm just going to keep it simple right there. But, Randy, tell me what it means to you.
Well, a fresh start means to me as getting rid of the old me. So I say the fresh start to me is doing a self-examination on yourself. Then comes a self-analysis. Then comes the self-correction. So everything we go throughout our life is what makes us who we are.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing to get rid of the old self and bring in or usher in the new self.
Usher.
like
You
that.
better come on with that word. That boy
like
popped out. Usher.
Usher.
When you think about an usher at church, what they do? They be like, oh, this way. Right? Oh, come on. How many in your party? This way.
You got to put that one hand behind your back.
Oh,
there.
wait. This
That
way.
right there, right.
So how does that look? Ushering in a new you. Like, oh, you gonna stop lying? Come on, this way. Oh, you gonna be a better person? Okay, this way. Oh, you wanna stop smoking? Come on, this way. How do you usher in?
Well, I sent you something on Messenger. Did you get that? And I said how I come through the door with my theme music. That's how I'm ushering mine. Seriously, with a big smile on my face, I got my theme music. It's in my head, right? And that's only for me.
Yeah.
I see people work all the time. They say, why are you always smiling? I said, why not?
Why not?
I said, why not? If you only knew what I left behind to be present today,
Wow.
you'd be smiling also.
Wow. That's what's up.
Yes, that's how I usher right through.
Erica F said, what up, though, fam? This Lee Polo and the lady friend.
What's up, Lee?
Okay, lady
up, cuz?
friend.
How y'all doing? What's up, Eric?
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for watching. So, having a fresh start, like what does that look like in your life? We'll get a little bit into what a fresh start looked for you because you had an opportune time to take an experience and learn from it. Would you like to share what that is?
Yes. Well, I just got out of prison. I did 21 years. And in the midst of prison, in order for me to create, I say, a fresh start within myself, I had to take accountability for my actions.
Yeah.
And when I did that, that helped me mature
Okay.
and become a man. Because a man take full responsibilities and accountability for their actions. And that's the only way you're going to grow and become a
some
better
on that.
individual.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. That's anybody. For real. That's real good.
So, in the midst of going through that journey, like it's peer pressure. See, a lot of people suffer from peer pressure when they're trying to work on self because you got to let go a lot of different things and a lot of different old habits and behaviors that you are used to and that a lot of people that you love and be around is used to as well. And it's going to cause a conflict along the way because you are no longer trying to do the things that they are still doing.
Right. And that goes for all ages with that. That peer pressure is huge.
That's right. So, but in the midst of doing so, you can't let your pride get in the way.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
That's another show right there.
That's huge.
Y'all know that saying, let go and let God.
Let go and let God. How can you say that situation, like how did that change you?
First and foremost, I don't like using the word change.
Okay.
I like using the word transformation.
Okay.
Because when you change, you can always change back into the old you overnight. When you do a transformation, you are no longer the old self.
That's good.
Absolutely.
I like that. Dang, I don't got my pen out.
Just
I'll
like
write
the
that
butterfly. Just like the butterfly.
She said, "Come on, Randy." On there. Hey, AJ.
Hey, AJ.
She said, "Come on, Randy." Period. Yes. So that's good. Transformation. That means it took something to produce that.
Yes.
It's not just
you went through a
changing flip-flop.
transformation. That means you went from one place. You went through a lot of different stages, like the butterfly. The butterfly is a cocoon, and it goes into,
Yeah.
break it down. I mean, a caterpillar,
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
It goes.
To
it
the
goes.
butterfly.
Yeah.
So it
into
goes
the
through a
cocoon.
lot of different stages.
Yeah,
It could
to
not never
become.
go backwards.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You can't go from a butterfly back to a caterpillar,
Period.
back to a cocoon. You see what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
So when a person is making a transformation in their life, they never want to go back to the old them.
Yeah. That
Yeah, we do.
transformation.
You know how everybody always say that? Man, don't make me go back to the old me.
Oh.
Right?
That's the change.
That's
That's the change.
That's the change because you don't never want to go back to the old you. Because I'm not going back to 21 years.
Period.
Randy,
Period.
you're absolutely right, because I told somebody that before. I said, look, what you need to understand, I changed a lot. But they pushed a button.
And it took you back. Dang, that's good.
You get what I'm saying?
So that change
I
ain't
used to
good.
always tell them, look, I changed.
Dang, I gotta watch that now. I mean, I'm adopting that perspective, so
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm gonna be mindful of it.
Yeah,
I got a
I like
question.
that.
Something that plagued everybody during a time when the world shifted. You were locked up when COVID happened.
Yes.
How was that experience? Was it just as bad in there in jail as it was out here for us?
To tell you the truth, I think it was worse. It's because just picture at every prison is probably between 800 guys to 1,200 guys. And if y'all know, and we are all in a close vicinity of each other. And at that period of time, it was inedible for all us to catch it. Like you was going to catch it one
Got
way
you.
or the other, right?
Got you.
And at that present time, it was like we was a can of sardines in a can. And, you know, it's guys irritated, frustrated, everybody sick,
Yeah.
guys dying.
Wow.
At that period of time, you know, everybody in there stuck together. Like I've never seen that before because prison is really segregated.
It's like everybody
You
being
know
their
what I'm
own
saying?
space.
Everybody be with their own
Kind and
different
people.
kind and things like that. So, you know, that was a very hard and rough time because your loved ones out in the world is losing their lives. We in here struggling and fighting for our lives. The guards, you know what I'm saying? That's why I must give credit for the guards and the nurses in there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because they was dying as well.
Wow.
And they still was committed to coming in there,
And helping
sacrificing their life from their family that was having the coronavirus or losing their lives.
Yeah.
It was really a rough time. So, you know, I want to give credit to the guards and the nurses and all the staff as well. And I would like to say that I lost one of my close friends. We call him Tito, but his name is Kyrie Ball.
Rest
You know
in
what I'm
peace,
saying?
Tito.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's my man.
Okay, sound
You know,
effect.
you know, that's my brother. You know, I'm really hurt behind that because he was just about to come home within like 8 days before he passed away. He already had his parole and everything.
Wow.
So that was that was a rough time for everybody.
Yeah.
But it was a blessing to see everybody come together
Yeah.
and sacrifice for each other, meaning all the inmates and all the prisoners came together at that time,
Yeah.
and we was all one. So that was a blessing.
Wow. So it was a blessing out of that tragedy. I think that happened to everybody here as well.
Yes.
I think everybody just realized how much we do actually need each other and how much we can not be around each other. It's like a, you know, oxymoron, if you will. Like,
It was.
Like, I don't have to be with you. Like, oh, I don't have to be. be there. I don't have to go out to feel like, some people was learning in different ways, but we had catastrophic death. But we also came together, people buying food and, bringing different things and donating. It was just, I feel like the world came together, even though that was a very traumatic time for everybody. So, when you think about that fresh start, you were able to come out and now be amongst everything and all of these different things that's going on. How did you implement your fresh start?
Well, I set a lot of goals for myself. And by me being out so long for 21 years, I created and started a lot of bonds with individuals that wasn't never coming home. So as I'm moving out here, it's like I have all them with me. On my back, I have all their spirit, because spirit and energy is synonymous to each other.
Yeah.
So, I never, ever forget that experience. And, that's why I'm out here trying to get myself together, striving to get myself together to most definitely reach back to individuals that's in there, because I want to say right now, if any one of them got access to this show, that I love y'all brothers, continue to stay strong, and y'all brother with y'all.
That's what's up.
All right.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love it. When you think about a fresh start right now in your life, Fred, what does that look like?
Promising.
Right now, how, if you're, going through something and you decide, I'm going to start over, what could you, how would that story look if a person was just starting? They were just now with the courage, the mindset,
For me, it looked like this. I had to pack light because it was so much I had to leave behind.
Wow.
I had just started a new life, and before I had a chance to unpack with that life, I had to just leave it.
Wow.
I had to pack up light, like I said, and move forward. So for me, I use the word persevering. I had to accept my past, accountability, right? I had to do a lot of forgiving. For me, I did a lot of meditation. I surrounded, and it's funny, Randy, I like what you were saying about energy, because I'm really into energy right now. Words anyone can say, right? But I believe a person's energy speaks very loud, and you really,
Definitely.
yeah. And
I'm
you
loud
can't-
when I'm silent. Don't laugh at me, Brandy. I'm serious.
So for
when
me,
I'm silent, I'm loud. It's a real thing.
So for me, you talk about a lot, being present in a moment. I lost my cousin last month, and that hurt me a lot. But it made me realize just how much I need to be present in each and every moment.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a joyful tomorrow, but to be honest, I just have this moment with you guys on this panel today. That's why I come in always on 10, and I know girl
Ain't
Roy
nothing
be
wrong with
laughing
it.
at me and stuff because I am, each and every room I walk in, I kid you not, I have theme music playing in my mind.
Period.
Yep. It could be a victory song, but that
Okay.
smile on my face, I'm telling you. So for me, it's having accountability, right? And paying attention to energy, even my own, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. When I think about a fresh start, what that looks like to me, I would say definitely learning from yesterday. Literally, I have a sit down. I don't go over everything, but I compress, right? I release, I exhale, but it does go through my mind. Some things go through my mind, and I talk to myself. I'm not going to lie. I do. I know it's Holy Spirit. I'm not talking to myself like that, but I'll have that conversation like, oh, okay, yeah, I could have did that better. Oh, that happened because you didn't do this. Okay. So now I know I need to address that. Okay. Well, don't forget about that. Okay. Well, yeah, let me handle that before this go too far. Like, I literally have a whole sit down with myself. So the next day, my kids, I know they be looking at me like, Ma, Like, you tripping. But I just realized. Now, you told me something maybe a few weeks ago, like, you know, how about you just start making whatever you're going to make? And I'm like, and that goes back to you saying kids spoiled, right? Fred, like me, you better make what you going to make. Back in my day, this and this and that. So I sat there for a minute. I said, you know what? In one day, I flipped everything because I took accountability and I thought about it. Like, why am I doing this? It's making me feel this way. And then it's causing all of this. Matter of fact, ain't nobody getting no choice unless I want them to have a choice when it comes to my family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, wait. It even helped my grocery shopping because I wasn't thinking about everything and everybody. And, oh, no. When I'm cooking, that's what everybody's eating. And so that was a fresh start for me. Just that next day, just taking control and taking out some of the extra opinions that I give people in my life that just don't, you know, at that moment in time don't matter. Whether it's big or small, you got to evaluate all of that. And so for me, I was like, all right, wait a minute. I'm done with this. My whole grocery shopping experience was blissful. It was like, okay. That was fresh start for me.
And you know, I want to add this too, because I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you're good.
Yeah. Oh, you giving them a choice? I was driving myself crazy.
Yeah.
All these kids, you want this, you want that. I got to run over here. No, I ain't doing that no more.
And, you know, I have to be transparent about something before we move on. And I don't know if this would help anyone. But gather yourself, because what I found in life, you know, I was so busy giving other people fresh starts that I never gave myself one.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Wow. You need an example.
Now,
See, I know.
If the relationship or marriage did not work, they walked away with a fresh start because I made sure of it. Right? But I never gave myself a fresh start. People, don't do this.
Wow.
That's true.
Wow.
Okay?
That's true.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Not at all.
So you were saying, that's what's up. That's the difference. I'm taking that. I'm taking that. But you were saying you were giving a shout out to your people, right?
Yes.
You were saying, hey, I'm out here and this is what I'm doing, and that was one of my next, questions for you guys as far as your motivation to change your life, to have that fresh start. But just to know the background story and knowing that was your community of people there. That was your family at that point. You know what I'm saying? So would you ultimately say that was your motivation? Or that is your motivation?
Yes, it truly is. But being locked up for so long, being away from everything, having everything stripped from you, helps a person appreciate all the small things in life. So all the major things of what society look as big and major and severe things really don't mean nothing to me. Because
so it ain't really, I know what you're saying.
You know, I love to read the dictionary. I used to read the dictionary every day when I was in prison.
That's what's up.
Because I promised myself I would not get out the same way I came in.
All right now.
That's what I'm talking about, promising yourself, brother.
And by doing so, it helped me really study and learn the word of humility.
Okay.
And really apply that to my life. And in the Bible and in the Holy Quran, it says that God blesses the humble ones. Right? So when you remain humble, right, nothing but blessings come your way.
Yeah.
But but instilling that word to self, you learn to put others first. Right?
Yeah.
You know, society today is so selfish. I know that this is a whole nother topic,
No,
and I ain't trying to get off the topic, right? But how many people then called their loved ones and just told them that they love them? Right? Everybody's so caught up if a person haven't called me, I'm not going to call them. And that right there will have years and years and years go past and have y'all bring on a disconnect within a close bond relationship you may have with your friends, your family, someone you truly care about. You know, so I'll just give a shout out to everybody calling somebody right now,
Yes.
telling them that they love them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You heard what he said. You heard what
That's
he
a
said.
fresh start.
You heard what he said. That's a fresh
That's a
start.
That's a fresh start, brother.
Right
know
now.
Randy, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hold on. Erica said, that's deep, Chef. We have to be accountable for fresh starts.
Yes.
Somebody else said, wow. They sending emojis and hands and all that. So go ahead. Shout out to everybody's watching on
Yes.
YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
So, did your fresh start? Do you remember the moment it started? Were you incarcerated when you started your fresh start, or did you begin once you got out? And then one other question after you
Yes,
answer
sir.
that: Did you find yourself? Did you have more than one fresh start?
Yes, sir. Actually, throughout the duration of time I was locked up, it was a struggle to let go of the old me. So I always wanted to change and do a transformation, but it was really hard because when you're accustomed to living a certain type of lifestyle in a certain type of way, you tend to still test boundaries in the midst of doing that, no matter where you at. You know what I'm saying? So, but I never ever, I knew something was missing from my life. So I think I was down like 13 years at the time, and my cellmate had went to his Bible study. So at that time we had 2-man cells. So I threw my towel up, right? Because I was feeling like I could never get to a certain type of point in my life if I don't release myself,
Just surrender.
right?
Yes.
So I threw the towel up and I just let it out, man.
What to tell me?
The towel means you put the towel over the door because the window is a window, so nobody can't look in,
Oh,
right? It would look in your cell. So I put the towel up and I just broke down.
Aw.
I just broke down
That's what's up.
because
After 13
you know,
years?
as a 13 years, so I was carrying on that burden
Wow.
within myself for 13 years, brother.
Wow.
Because I felt like I let myself down, my family down, you know what I'm saying? People that love me.
Yeah.
Then that's when I understood that I made a selfish decision. And from that period of time right there, brother, is when I really became a man and got to striving to be a better man. You know what I'm saying? I got my GED.
Yeah.
Then I went to college. You see what I'm saying? That's when my journey really began. That's
Yeah.
when the fresh start began within self, bro.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Which was a blessing.
Oh yeah,
That's a-
I like that because I
That's
think I had a
amazing.
throw up the towel moment. So the reason why I asked you that because we have a lot of people listening now,
Yeah.
and you can do a fresh start at any point in your life. Randy, how old, if you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you finally threw the towel up and you said that's at that point?
Well,
you
I was 24 when I first got locked up, and so that was 13 years in. So I was 37 years
37?
old.
Wow.
Okay, so
37.
thanks for answering that, man. You heard Randy. He said at that point I became a man,
Yeah.
right? When you just take into the accountability, right, of your actions, decision makings, and you decide from that point forward that, you know, I'm going to do better, right? Fresh start time. So if anyone's listening, don't feel like you're too old to do a fresh start, or
Right.
if you're a man, you can just say to yourself, "Now I am a man." You can be 37 years old, all right? Admit it to yourself. You don't have to shout it to the world. They'll see how you're moving.
They'll see how you
Thanks for
moving.
being transparent in that moment.
Yes.
Because I know your transparency is helping someone else, because it's helping me too. So thank you.
You know,
Definitely.
I also want to say something pertaining to that situation. You know, growing up in the urban community, in the hood, you know what I'm saying, we are taught as men to don't never cry. Right? We are taught if you cry, you soft, you
Wow.
a punk, you all these certain things, right? At that moment, after that moment, brother, I knew that was a false perception that is holding a lot of our
Yes.
young black men,
Yes.
right, for reaching their true potential in life.
Yep.
And it costs a lot of our young, youthful men their life in general, because if you bottle up all the hardships, trials, tribulations, deaths that comes in your life, all through your life that we take in as men, right? Best friends, mothers passing, fathers passing,
you can't
your
cry.
sisters passing, your girlfriend, your wife passing, and you have a false perception that you are holding on to all these years, all your life.
Wow.
Listen, everybody know this story right here.
Tell them.
When people say, what is the matter with him? He was a good guy. He just snapped.
Because he ain't been.
It's because he never, ever released himself.
Wow.
So that don't make you soft or a punk if you cry. That
Tell 'em.
actually makes you a man. That makes you a man. Now, we ain't saying be no crybaby. We ain't saying be a crybaby.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We ain't saying be a crybaby now, brother. But we saying you got to let it go in order for the healing process to take place in your life.
Wow, that's real good.
And that's so true. I've had those moments, and you're so right, because I remember as a young boy being told that, you know, about not crying, right? So you start from a young age bottling up, right? And then
you go get a woman,
wrong person, that wrong situation.
Now y'all beefed out,
or they just have you snap because of their disrespectful ways. I was in a position like that, right? And you're so right. So I would tell men at this point, listen to what Randy just said, because he's so true.
Ooh, I felt it.
Right? Now, like you said, we're not telling you be no crybaby. Be selective at who you plan on doing this around if you don't do it just yourself, right? But you have to have that moment when you unpack that baggage. You know, those bags get heavy over the years, right? And then the older we get, more and more is expecting out of us, right? So it's hard for you to do a fresh start if you don't unpack.
Yes, sir.
You can't take it all with you.
Man.
Not on a fresh start. You can't take all the furniture, look, you've had over the years and put in your new spot. It's not going to fit. It's going to be cluttered. It's not going to match. Right? Let's unpack some things here so we can get on with this fresh start.
That's good.
And share some of these tips.
That's good.
Because I'm sure we all have them.
That is real good.
Yes.
That's right.
She said, amen. Come on, somebody. That's right.
Yeah.
I know I want to give a shout out to everyone who is watching. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you so much. I do, everybody has their different idea of a fresh start. Mm-hmm. And you heard, a couple of ours. That's not everything, because our life is massive when you think about it. So we can't just pick one thing, but if you can pick one thing, we talked about a few of those, but now we can talk about how to move along and have this fresh start based off of the things that we went through. You always say we're life certified, right?
Yes.
Everybody want to say you're an expert and this and that. First of all, I feel like experience makes you an expert.
Yes, it does.
I'm just gonna say it, okay?
Yes.
If you haven't been through anything, yes, the spirit can give you a shanana in your spirit to tell me something. But if you've been through something, I can take what you tell me, not to make it gold to me, but I can take what you tell me and I can use what I need to use. Mm-hmm. So that's expert to me.
Absolutely.
You've been through that. Let me ask you a question. Anybody you can learn from is an expert. That's in my opinion. So I did look on declutterthemind.com and just a few ways, mixed with my own, of course, of ways. Oh, we got a caller? Okay. Hey, welcome to the show.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
This is Lee Polo.
Oh, I know that voice sound familiar. What's up, my brother?
What's up, Lee
How you
Polo?
doing? Yeah,
Hey,
brother.
Polo, thanks for the recommendation this weekend. I appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, it's so real what y'all saying, man. It touched my heart about people crying.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand what it means to cry.
It's a release.
Right, it's a release to the soul, and a lot of people don't understand how you release to the soul.
Wow.
Yes.
So I just wanted to say that to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much
you,
for
my brother.
Calling
watching.
in.
You know what? Y'all have a good.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. That's so real. Cause have you ever just heard somebody cry but it come from a different place?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, dang, that's the cry that'll make you cry? That's because it done came from a whole different place.
I would tell you, and
I done had my moments.
I done had my moments where, man, I cried. The front of my shirt was wet, my shoes. I don't even know where if I had any more left, right? And you ever cry and you double over?
Oh yeah,
Right?
like your
When
stomach
you
hurts.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
just had to release it. And from that moment, that was my start over point. Right? That was my start over point. When I had to release it from my gut.
Wow.
When I had to release it from my gut. And as much as I smile today, I couldn't draw a smile. I could not smile in that moment until I released that. And then that's when my smile was restored.
Wow.
My joy, people really start feeling my energy again, right? So I tell people, Randy has said it, Polo called in with it. It's okay. It's okay, because at a certain point in your life, you're going to cry about something.
You definitely gonna cry.
Right, and it might as well be about you doing a fresh start, releasing the things that you've been carrying for years, right?
Yeah.
Accountability, and you're going to start moving different, and you don't care what people say. Move different, start over, start fresh. So go ahead, Q. 'cause I did.
Fresh. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You speaking
Yes.
from, from a place of experience, and that's what this is about. That's the transparency part of this show. You will get motivation, information, transparency. You're going to get these good vibes. You're going to get all that.
That's right.
And I want to add this because I wrote this before I came in, and I'm sorry, I said life can be like riding a bike. You're going to fall down, and it's going to hurt. So you get back up and head down the block because you're going to have a sense of accomplishment when you make it to the end. Now you leave all behind, your fear, your disappointment, the hurt, the bad decisions, right? And then you get back on that bike and you continue to ride. Guess what?
Continue to ride.
Guess what? Next thing you know, you leaving the block.
Come on now.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
seen
Yes,
it?
sir.
You
Yes,
seen
sir.
it?
You leaving the block. You leaving the block.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because right around the block is the fresh start.
Ooh, woo. Don't
Why you
stick no
playing?
sticks in your tires, okay?
No,
Just get
no.
there.
But life can be that way, and it's going to hurt.
Definitely sabotage.
But you know what? Even a broken arm has to heal
Yeah,
in time.
that's true.
That's right.
Healing is a process. Healing takes time. And so definitely be mindful of that.
Absolutely.
So I want to give you guys a few ways to start fresh. Everybody, you may have some you want to give. You got a few you're going to give. But personality is not permanent. A lot of people stick with how they were. You're not the same person. The things that you have been through, everything is a chisel. So, honey, the same Q you seen, yes, I may have the same character, the same main qualities, but my personality is going to change. Oh, I'm not going to, keep entertaining certain things because my personality has changed. And so when you understand that that's a part of life, that's a part of growth, your personality is not permanent. And so when you give yourself that permission, when you know that, change is good. Again, whether it's good or bad, your personality has changed. But the only way you can move forward into your fresh start is when you understand that.
Absolutely.
It changes. Yeah. Why me?
Why me, sister?
Why me? That's what we be asking. Why me? Let me see that shirt.
Why not?
Why me? What that mean, Randy?
Well,
Look at Randy's shirt. Why me?
the why me? The why me is us as a people. Right. A lot of us tend to, and black people and people of color, we tend to feel like the odds is against us, right? But that is a mindset,
Yeah.
right? whenever you kind of defeat yourself when you think that the odds are against you. So I brought the why me in play because we are the chosen people of God, but we must be able to identify who we are
Yeah.
in order to shift our way of thinking.
Definitely.
Yes.
To get what was
So
promised.
I look at this as mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So in the Bible, it talks about the children of Israel. So we're going to take it to a little spiritual for a minute, right? So in the Bible, if people is familiar with the story of children of Israel, the why me kick and play is because ain't no other race of people fit the description more like the black man and black woman here in the shores of North America more than us, right? But if you're not familiar with that story, the children of Israel was in bondage and slavery for over 400 years,
Yeah.
right? But I don't want to go further into that, but read
Yeah.
that story if you never read that story in the Bible. But
You got a scripture on the back. What is that scripture? No, you ain't got to touch. You could just say it. Okay, you can come down a little bit. He just stood up. Mark 11:24. Okay. Mark 11:24.
now the scripture says
Somebody said, Randy, where can we buy that shirt?
you could go online. It's actually tied into my personal line with my exercise website, extremefitness.com.
Okay.
You can tap that in, and you
Dama?
can also purchase that shirt from online through that website. It's extremepersonality.com.
Extremepersonality.com.
Yes.
All right, that is where you can get that shirt. He wanted y'all to see this shirt, honey. He done got up, took the headphones off, period, okay? You gonna see this shirt.
You gonna
and the
see this
muscles in
shirt.
it.
You gonna see
Randy,
this
put
shirt.
that plug in.
You gonna see this
I like
shirt.
that.
sister.
That's what's up. So the next one would be, you have one you want to share, Randy? A way that people can start their fresh start now.
Yes.
Right now.
In order to start a fresh start, you got to let go of what is not good for you. So you must identify what is holding you back from accomplishing your goals in life and make yourself a better person as far as eating healthy and working out. You know, a lot of people always talk about people that's older, but I'm a true believer of age don't define a person, your health do. So
Health is woke.
So America is the most obese country in the world.
Yes.
America is the most obese country in the world.
Lord, help
so
us.
we must tighten up on what we eat.
Definitely.
We must really, know what we taking in. But your eating also affects your brain, your thought process
Yeah.
as well. Y'all heard that saying, you are what you eat.
Definitely.
So when you eating scavenger type of food, that actually gets to triggering certain different cells inside your brain, making you think other than yourself.
Wow.
So you got to be careful on what you eat. So we must focus on what we eating,
Wow.
right? You must focus
He
on
hit you with the bang bong.
who we hanging around. Like when you trying to do a fresh start, you might
Yeah.
have to let go of some people that you
Definitely
love.
gonna- ain't no might. You gonna have
You know
to.
what I'm saying? And I know it's hard, but if people don't have your best interest at hand, you got to
Yeah.
let that friendship go.
That's
you can
true.
still love them from afar, right?
Yeah.
But you got to let them go. And you wish them the best from a distance.
Fouché, the Great Eight said, "Peace, family." Randy, I have 2 questions. What are your top 5 books that were instrumental to your transformation? How do you leave people behind? Put you on the spot. You need a couple seconds.
Well, mine is The Master is one of the books by James Allen. The Theology of Time, that's by Minister Louis Farrakhan. The Message to the Black Man is a must read for the black women and the black men, right? Because that helps you go through a certain type of thought process. It helps you become and identify who you are.
Yeah.
So it helps you break down certain boundaries within yourself to help you get to striving towards being a better man for yourself, your family, your friends, community, etc.
That's what's up.
What's this other book? It's so deep too. What's the name of that book?
You good, honey? Cause
Ava Muhammad, Real Love. Ava Muhammad, Real Love. That's so deep. Rest in peace to Ava Muhammad as well. Dr. Ava Muhammad.
I hope you writing them down, Fouché. The Great 8.
Okay, hold on. That's 4. And
Wasn't that 5?
no, the Holy Quran, most definitely, because that shapes and molds you as well as the Bible.
Yeah.
So that's 6 books for you, brother. But how you let go people that
How
you
do you
love?
leave people behind?
How do you leave people behind? I'm not really saying that you leaving people behind, right? Once you move a certain type of way,
Yes.
right? Once you move a certain type of way,
They gonna fall
people
off.
instantly gonna eliminate themselves and separate themselves from you,
They are.
Yes.
Yep.
right? And it ain't that you think you better than someone or nothing like that. It's just you letting go certain ways and certain things. And so the compatibility is not going to be the same. Y'all know that saying, you are who you hang around.
Yeah.
So if a person don't have nothing in common any longer, then y'all both going to separate
Yes.
in the duration of time anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's inevitable almost. That was good. That was real good. Thank you so much for answering that question. So, give yourself permission to change.
Yes.
Give yourself permission. A lot of times we're holding on to things we said we wouldn't do and we wouldn't let happen. And, you know, I'm never going to let that happen again. I ain't going to never do this. I ain't going to never let that. And then opportunities come where that instance or that situation may be okay for this situation. But because you made this promise to yourself or because you said this to yourself, you got this whole, like, I gotta, you know, I would just want to let you know, give yourself permission.
Absolutely.
This is a journey. We are living it. We are learning every day. Be kind with yourself. Be patient with yourself, but be intentional with your life. We only get one. We only get one. And you got to definitely, you know, live on purpose.
Live on purpose.
Live a simple life.
Yes.
I'm learning just to, look, a lot of stuff that mattered, that I thought mattered, it do not matter.
Not at all.
Just think about how minute or small we are compared to where the moon is. And then even beyond the moon is something. It's galaxies, it's stars, it's moon, it's all type of stuff up there. We like this. Why we, what? What is we doing? I'm not,
What
no.
are we doing? No, I am.
I'm not about to live my life like this.
Not at all.
I don't. Just simplify yourself.
Absolutely.
Simplify your life. Be grateful for what you have. Look around with everything that you have. Having a new start, fresh start. Sometimes it's just a click of your mind.
It's just a click.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, and one I would like to add, because I see a lot of people do this on social media. I see a lot of people at work do it. You cannot have a fresh start if you're holding on to a victim mindset.
Definitely.
Okay?
That mindset.
You cannot. It's no way possible because that victim mindset holds you. It holds you in that moment.
Hostage.
It does.
Yep.
So, you know, people do it for various reasons. You can only tell the story so many times unless you're just trying to make a bestseller out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know,
Okay.
try to make a little retirement plan for yourself. However,
Wow.
I see a lot of people do that, and it's just not a place in your fresh start for their mindset,
Yeah.
right? So I do agree with both of you said. You have to accept your past, right? You got to accept it. I always tell, and I tell Q, I tell a bunch of my other friends, I say, write down where you're at, right? Because every start has a starting point. So you have to know where you're at. A lot of people say goals, and then I say, now I'll just start saying short-term accomplishments and long-term accomplishments. Because for me and my accomplishments, it's a lesson in there for me that I learned along the way. So for me, it will be letting go of a victim mindset, accepting your past, write down where you're at, and then be human, right? And take your time with yourself, even with your fresh start.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, feel people's energy. You have to feel people's energy, right? Or, just feel a person's energy, right? And I think just for me, that'll be a few things that I have put in play.
Yeah, that's good.
fine,
Like personally, that's good. That's definitely the best way.
Oh,
make sure
there's
you
one
are.
thing, Q. And never, you said it earlier, never announce that you're doing a fresh start. It's like being on a diet, right? And people are like, so, how's that fresh start going?
Oh, yeah, they be throwing it in your face.
How's it going?
So you changing your life now.
You're not smiling today. That kind of stuff, right?
That's true.
I thought you had the fresh start going.
And another thing to a fresh start is stop complaining.
Definitely stop complaining.
yes.
You got to stop complaining, because complaining don't do nothing but make you a bitter person.
Absolutely.
It does.
And making excuses.
And it shape your
know-
your whole life too.
My motto is failure is success.
Yes.
And the reason I say that, because you have to fail and bump your head in life,
Yeah.
right, in order for you to reach your true potential of who you are.
That's true.
So it's a blessing to make a mistake.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a difference between a mistake and an error, though. You know what I'm saying? A mistake is something you never knew about. An error is you knew about it and you did it anyway.
That's an
You know
error.
what I'm saying? And that's what I did in my life.
Okay.
They got me all that time. I made an error because I know the
knew
difference between
better.
right and wrong.
Right.
I knew better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
That's what's up.
I've been there.
AJ say, be thankful for what we have and not ungrateful for the things we don't have. Yes, that is true.
That's right, my sister.
Right. I want to say, apologize to the people you've wronged. You have to clear your conscience.
Yes.
You have to. You can't have a fresh start and you did somebody dirty.
Yes.
You done put salt on their name. You didn't pay that money back.
Yes.
You've been doing all kind of stuff, and the people that you've wronged. You need to apologize to those people. That would give you 10 years on your life.
That right there.
I truly believe that.
Yes.
Start consuming new content. I see everybody is looking at these Netflix movies, which is consuming your time, which is what it's for. Social media, all of this stuff that's distraction from what it is that you are really on path to do. That's not to say you can't have any fun or do anything, but this stuff is consuming. And I see everybody, I cried off of this. It's pulling out all of these sad emotions, and you wonder why people are depressed and have anxiety and they going through, but this is what they're getting. But we're doing this knowingly, on purpose, going to click on the TV, sit back, eat, time going by. People like, I'm about to binge. What to binge on next? Binge on you.
All right, Q.
Binge on your fresh start.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Binge on that weight you want to lose. Binge on that house you want to clean up. Binge on that car. Clean the car. Like, it's so much to do. Just be mindful of all of these time stealers. It is stealing your time. You want this fresh start? Stop with the time stealers. Just look around you. What's stealing my time? Man, I'll throw this phone across the room. I'll be like, no.
Don't do it.
It's been 10 minutes.
Don't do it, sister. Don't do it, sister.
It's been 10 minutes.
Yes.
And I just want to leave y'all on this note that it's okay to be yourself.
Yes.
Don't never try to be some other than yourself.
Definitely.
Because it take too much energy and time trying to be some other than yourselves.
If you know who you are.
God that made all us very unique. So we very unique individuals because you. He didn't.
Right.
He didn't design to make you to be some other than yourself.
Absolutely.
And we have too many different personalities in this world for you to be something other than yourself. It's okay to agree to disagree,
It is.
but always be yourself.
Period.
Period.
Listen, with these last 2 minutes, I want to give you guys, just start living. I mean, it's really that simple. Like, stop talking about if you could or when I did and back in the day. And let's come from back there.
Yes.
Let's move into the right now. We trying to raise our children based on, my mama used to. We in a whole different dispensation with these children right now. We in a whole, like, although we can take some things from back in the day, right? And we can definitely use it. Like I had an epiphany today, like, oh, my mama was right about that. Like, that's why she was, today, I said, that's why she did that. Like, now I know. I'm not saying that. But just start living. Stop talking about back then. Stop treating, it's just like, no, we got to come forward. We got to get right here. We have to get present. In order for you to start fresh, you have to get present. So that's cleaning out your closet, dealing with stuff.
That's right.
Don't worry about stuff you can't change.
Come on now.
And live a simple life.
Amen.
Like, what are we doing? I feel like we're doing a little bit too much. Guess what? Meet me here next week, Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Don't be late. Call your friends. Call your family. Go get your mama and your granny.